As people are going back and rewatching episodes of Moon Knight, more and more discoveries are being made. Today we are going to talk about a very cleverly placed Easter egg and a hint at Kang the Conqueror being King Tut, which is canonical to the comics and who Kang was. So this ended up being one of those cleverly placed blink and you miss it type of scenarios, but if you pay attention and if you pause at the right time and grab a screen grab, which is what I did here, I will have 3 pictures that show you what I'm talking about and what it relates to. You will notice that this is deliberately placed here because, again, in Marvel Comics, Kang the Conqueror was Rama Tut, aka King Tut, and of course Egypt as a whole. And as we've discussed it before, Kang has been in so many places at so many different times that sometimes he's forgotten where he sent himself. So the whole King Tut thing is rather interesting. But what you're going to notice here is I want you to take note of this headpiece right here that he has in this image. And then you're going to notice it in a couple of different stills I captured from the 3rd episode, that if you look at the jacket here, you're going to notice that same exact headpiece is very distinctly clear on here. Now, the thing with this is they never have to really get back to this, but what this does is add more to the grandiose size, scope, and far reach and scale of the MCU and what they're trying to do with Kang the Conqueror. So when we get to Quantumania, if we do in fact go back to ancient Egypt, which it sounds like we're going to be seeing that, according to rumors at least, that's a nice way to connect the pieces where we see Kang the Conqueror wearing that headpiece, he leaves his mark, and then somewhere down the road, we see that members of gangs utilize King Tut's emblem or logo or a headpiece or whatever to kind of, show what they stand for, what they believe. For all we know, this gang right here could have a bigger connection to him that we just don't know, and they're gonna get back to that at some point down the road. And overall, I think this is one of those cool things that if you just look for it and somebody points it out, it just adds to the bigger world that they're trying to go for and adds a little bit more context and kind of enriches everything. But as a whole, it doesn't really do much. It's just there. It's that little Marvel treating everything from the comics with respect and just putting a nod in there. Even if they never get back to it, let's say they never mention Ram Tut or anything like that, it's still there, and us as hardcore fans can know about it, which I think is really cool.